All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Last Monday morning message for a while because it's our last Monday for a while. So here we go. I'm just going to kind of dive right in, then share my notes. Got a busy week, not so much a busy week like we've had in the evenings with band concerts and choir and senior synthesis and eighth grade, all that stuff. This is more of a busy kind of a weird during the school day week. So we got to talk about some details here. So let me scroll up. Today's just kind of a regular day. Other than eighth grade, you're probably doing a lot of prep for your final exams. 6th, 7th, you're probably wrapping up assignments, getting those turned in. And then tomorrow, things kind of change a little bit. So it's a regular school day tomorrow for 6th and 7th, and same with Wednesday. However, 8th grade, you have exams. You have 2 tomorrow, and you have 2 on Wednesday. And so those are half days for you. So your day is done at noon. Your day is done at 12 noon. So a couple things about exams that I recommend. One is make sure you bring a water bottle. The other thing is I would recommend bringing some snacks, some like healthy stuff, because you don't want junk and just crash during your exams. It's intense. Your body and your brain are working really hard, and so it's important that you kind of take care of it. So tomorrow is English at 8:30, math at 10:30. Those, and actually all 4 of your exams, are going to be in the lecture hall. It's the only room within a decent distance that holds the entire grade, so you will be in the lecture hall, also known as Miss Nakarato's classroom, where you have music and choir. Okay, so again, tomorrow's English and math, and Wednesday is science or history, and then science. And then for all our students, at the end of the school day, that 3 o'clock Wednesday, the grade book closes. We're done. We're not accepting any more assignments past Wednesday. The grade book closes. Your teachers, it's the end of their year as well, and so they need to start grading, especially our 8th grade teachers. They need to get all those assignments closed, done, collected, and then final exams graded and stuff like that. So Thursday, middle school day away. 6th and 7th, you're going to be at Chatfield. 8th grade, you will be at Bear Creek Lake Park. Bring your own snacks and lunch and drink. Make sure you do that. We will have popsicles or ice cream sandwiches or something like that just for fun. But please bring your own food, your own snacks, your own drink, and all that. Okay? But again, we will have some water jugs there so you can refill your water bottle. So you're going to arrive at school at the same time. Right away at 8:30, you'll notice we're going to do yearbook signing. Those are in. They got in about a week and a half ago, so we're excited to do a yearbook signing. So we're going to do that on Thursday. 8th grade, you're going to that right away at 8:30 before you do your signing. I'm going to take you down and do kind of a practice walkthrough of what your 8th grade celebration on Friday is going to look like. It'll be like 10 minutes, and then you can do yearbooks. Okay? Thursday night, 5 o'clock, is the high school graduation. Looking forward to that. And then you've got some end of school year, or last day of school details here. The 8th grade celebration, the details are there. They're on, I believe they're right here. Yep. So if you kind of scroll down, you've got all the details you need here. Okay? The 8th grade celebration is in the main gym. Family and friends are welcome. Looking forward to that. It usually lasts about an hour and 15 minutes or so, just kind of depending. The choir is going to sing. It's going to be great. So that is our end of year celebration. You will then, 8th graders, you're going to end up in the Aux Gym. We'll have some refreshments there and some treats for you all as part of your celebration, and then you are done. So and then we're going to have a couple of selfie stations. Those are huge. We actually Learned last year we needed 2, so I believe there will be 2 selfie stations because people wanted to take so many pictures, which is always fun. So that is Friday. And then when you're done taking those pictures, 8th grade, you may go and you may take off. If you have a 6th or 7th grade sibling, that student is also welcome to join you in departing. Like leave. A lot of people go out to a late breakfast or whatever. They do whatever. 6th and 7th grade, the remaining students, you will be here until noon, and then we will have a regular car line at 12 noon. All right. I think that's it on the calendar. A couple of details. I heard amazing things about our 7th graders, our future leaders stepping up at field day. I mean, just one person after another. Mrs. Covey, your homeroom teachers that were down there with you, the elementary teachers that were down there with you, just how amazing you were. So thank you for that. And then one last thing, we have one thing that's starting next year in the high school is we have a registered club team of mountain biking. So it's with the Colorado High School Cycling League. And so today they're having at lunch, they're having a high school student interest meeting. I'm going to see how I can get you 8th graders connected with those details that are attending the high school. So there's we now have a mountain biking club team that's registered. So that's pretty cool. Oh, one last thing. Library books, get them in. Otherwise, your account will be charged. If you haven't turned in library books, please make sure you get those in. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm a little tight on time, so I'm going to have to hustle. 1 Peter 3:13 through 4:6. Basically, it talks about the challenge of being a follower of Jesus, living for Jesus, making choices that are maybe not the most popular, but that's how Jesus asks us to act. And so that's what this is about. You can read it on your own. Again, it's 1 Peter 3:13 through 4:6. So again, it talks about just the challenges of being a follower of Jesus. And let me define challenges, and I'll do that in just a second. So the analogy that Pastor Joel talked about was, and some of you do this actually here in the middle school, which it's really fun. But when you go to it'd be like going to a Broncos game and wearing a Chiefs jersey is the example, or going to the Avalanche and wearing a Red Wings jersey, or going to the Nuggets game and wearing a Lakers jersey, or those types of things where you just stand out. You're like, wait a minute. And so you're different. All right. So being just an avid follower of Jesus, there's a potential loss there. And so let me define what that might look like. It might be you're not laughing at the jokes that everybody's laughing at. You're not using the language that everybody's using. Sometimes you're going to be left out because a group of students are going to go do this activity, or a group of your friends outside of school are going to do something. And you decide, you know what? I'm just called to a higher standard. That's not what living for Jesus looks like. Living for Jesus looks like making different choices where maybe I'm alone. Maybe I'm different. Maybe I'm made fun of. Maybe... I'm just not going along with the crowd. And that can be really hard, especially at your age, because your friends and what they think of you is so important because of where you are developmentally. You really, 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 really want your friends to bring you into their fold and accept you. And so sometimes we sacrifice what might be a good choice and a bad choice, right? We kind of we compromise. We know that Jesus would want us to make a different choice, but the lure and the draw of being with that friendship is so important that we just kind of fold and we go along with the crowd and we start talking like that and using those words. And so that can be a challenge. And so what Jesus says is, don't give up. When you're struggling, when you're feeling left out, when you're feeling not part of the crowd, look to Jesus instead. Jesus has won. Jesus died for you and rose again, which means he wins. And he is inviting us to be a part of that. Death and suffering did not win. You and your suffering, it's not going to win. It won't. Jesus says, come with me, look to me. We have won. Join me. And I will give you what it means to really feel like you're living. You will know what it means to truly live when you make choices to follow me. So yeah, all the jokes and the language and the actions and all that maybe some friendship groups within DC, outside of DC are doing, and you're like, no, Jesus calls me to a higher standard and he's going to be there with me when I make that different choice. That's my challenge to you. Endure. You can do this. Jesus has won. That's my encouragement to you. All right, gang. Take care. We'll see you in the halls. Be good. Bye.